Okay, so I'm presenting ROGin. So this is basically a social hedge fund ecosystem, which means that you have the social part and, in our case, selection of the traders with AI. Simply speaking, you have to imagine you have the trading system, like you have with your broker, and something like Line, and this is our application. Actually, we have a little video about that. I'll explain a little bit how it works. So after a few seconds, it's going to be the real application. And here the scenario is I'm talking to Lavance, our CEO, asking a question about the semiconductors. And I'm bad at typing, that's the problem, sorry. Then we can go to different places in our universe, including what we call the academy, and this is where you can actually create meeting rooms to exchange about different things. So in this case, you create, for instance, some meeting room, and you can choose different style of meeting room, how many people you have inside, how you're going to present, whether you're going to be sitting, etc. Some transition. So this is the meeting room, conference room if you prefer in that case, but it could be a meeting room. It's also possible to talk, for instance, here to Michael, either by text or directly with voice. Can you hear me? No. And then, up, we're back.
Conference will explain you everything.
We'll explain you everything, as I said. I'll skip just the presentation for the trading system because we don't have time. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what's happening is what differentiates the system is that the current copy trading systems they kind of suck, so to speak. Even though you have a growth here, forward speaking, but we also had growth in the past of the market. And the market going up, you have a certain number of problems. So you might have traders that are spending too much time just doing marketing, and also the human risk. So for instance, emotion. That's actually my problem when I'm doing the trading. So I'm not blaming anyone, but it's the problem if you don't really select people. And even though there was a big rally in the market for several years before the COVID, so here I think it's Nikkei, SPX, and the DAX, so with comfortable almost 10% per year for a while. There is a tragedy, which is that even though they're making, should have been making quite some comfortable returns, but just investing and waiting, most of the copy trading accounts are losing money. So here, the way to read it is to realize that in most, for instance, for eToro, you have 65% of your trader pool that is actually losing money, which is just huge, right? To the point it's just not usable. And so we're building an expert system from non-expert systems. That's the kind of a reinforcement learning approach. And it's something that actually Stan, our CEO, started to use in different systems, including while I was working with him at Shinhan and making comfortable returns, like 30% per year, so it was really fantastic. And we're trying to use this kind of technology. So basically, the idea is we're using the global standard of what other hedge funds are doing, the big hedge funds, with the rating of strategies. So we select good strategies and traders. And on our back testing, basically, most of the trades you are going to select are going to actually making money, and those that are not making money are losing very little. So it's a huge difference. So for instance, if you take YCM, you have only 15% of them that are making money, and those that lose might be losing quite high. So it's completely unusable. We also had some early work on the monetization of the ideas, so using in particular NFTs. I'm not going to dig too much into that in this presentation. Something that might be more interesting for I don't know if there are people from, say, Mitsubishi or other big banks. Our application is modular, so if you are interested in just Rego, we can let big banks use the Rego. If you want to use the app backend, you can give that as a service to big asset managers, the 2D version of the app, or if you just want to have the metaverse, it's also possible. So there are more than one way to use our system if you are a big financial companies. So here is just more slide shots of the application. So I mean, it's just beautiful, but the important thing is that it's not only beautiful, but you also have the selection of the traders, which makes it both enjoyable and you're also making money, so you're not losing your time by just playing. In terms of market analysis, basically, I would say, as I said before, Rego is making your trading profitable, so the AI system is making your copy trading profitable. It's easy to monetize, it's meant to, and our experience is fine, unique, and the quality of our metaverse is actually quite high. Yeah, exactly. Lastly, the market, so 750 million people, most of them have the internet and mobile. So since we're in Singapore, we started with South Asia, but of course Japan will be on the list, otherwise we'll not be presenting. The current people who have invested in our token, they want to try the stuff. We ask them. They say most of them want to use it. Lastly, in terms of positioning, very simple. We select the traders, and we have the social elements, which makes us different from the other offer. And for financial projections, very simple. We just assuming. In order to be profitable, you just need to have maybe less than 1 million users, so out of 750 million, that's going to be a piece of cake. Team members don't have time, but we are here so we can talk to you. And the last part is not interest for you unless you want to invest directly in us. I'm done.